I'm in front of the statue of P.G.T. Beauregard in City Park in New Orleans. The statue turned 100 years old in November 2015, but it may be gone by the time you see this. It has been voted to be removed because it's a nuisance in New Orleans. It took 22 years for a bunch of citizens who were longtime fans of P.G.T. to raise the funds to erect this statue. P.G.T. Beauregard was born May 28, 1818, to Helen Ruggiero. Helen was of Italian nobility and had moved to France and then came into New Orleans after her marriage. He's an amazing man, one of the legends in New Orleans. He designed and sought patents to put on ships to dredge the Mississippi, inventing submarines, torpedo boats. After the war, he was superintendent of 2 railroad systems. And if you look behind me on my left, you'll see the streetcar lines. We have to thank P.G.T. for getting those lines rebuilt after the war. He administered the Louisiana lottery system, and he was 100 years ahead of his time when he called for desegregation of schools in New Orleans. And his words on desegregation of schools in 1873, equal rights, one flag, one country, one people, laid the foundation for the Pledge of Allegiance and for America. His other efforts, leading the National Guard for Louisiana, fighting in the Mexican-American War, superintendent of West Point, just add to the man's character. One of the best examples to show how P.G.T. was respected by people of all races for his contributions not only to the South, but to all of America, was what the poet Victor Ernest Riglio wrote and spoke at his passing and memorial in 1893. Victor was a well-respected Creole poet of the time. He wrote, "Oh, of him we can say with all frankness, at all times we found a truly beautiful judgment, for the humble veteran, for the widow subjected to the blows of hard destiny, striking without regard, noble, great, generous during his long life. Never the fatal venom of any dark suspicion could ever caress his glory, his genius that gave him divine prestige. Tender husband, good soldier, and Creole knight, his name, saintly balm to the hearts of Louisianians, will always shine as the sun's halo that left the pure sky shine and never die. In the grave where rest a magnanimous warrior, near his death companions the brave soldiers. I come here to deposit for all a pledge of esteem, a modest laurel to your noble passing." That was written by Victor Ernest Riglio, Creole poet of note, who composed this upon the general's death. His last tribute reflects the respect of many members of the Creole community in New Orleans held for Beauregard.
Thanks for watching. To join the smarter conversation, visit marsalaforla.com.